We all have those special summer moments. Smoked cheddar burgers by the lake, pepper-crusted kebabs in a star-spangled sky, Dijon flank steak for two on a moonlit deck. The irresistible pairing of music and carne asada. Let us help turn your summer moments into cherished memories. The certified Angus beef brand. Rare moments, done well.
Only the best Angus beef earns our logo. The certified Angus beef brand, available at Meijer.
This Father's Day, let Dad loose at Lowe's. He's never seen a to-do list he couldn't tackle, and we have all the power tools and outdoor power equipment he needs. Choose from more than 50 Cobalt 24-volt Max tools, including the Cobalt 24-volt Max brushless drill kit. Was $159, and now you can gift it for just $89. Plus, Dad can shop Lowe's in-store, online, or through our app. Lowe's, the perfect gift for Dad. Offer valid through 6/23 while supplies last, U.S. only.
Okay, somebody asked me recently about there's a new product on the market. This is going to be very exciting to you, called Crocs Chameleons. Have you seen these? The Crocs Chameleons. They are apparently gaining popularity in amongst young children, preschool / early elementary school age kids. The Crocs, the good people at Crocs, apparently realized that their 15 minutes of fame were being a fad, were running out, and they came up with this new product, which does this very cool thing that you get, let's say, a pair of purple Crocs, and then you go out in the sun, and the UV rays change the color to pink. It changes colors. You can go on the Crocs website, you can see this happen in front of your very eyes. It changes from one color to the next. So a number of people asked me, are they allowed to have these on Shabbos? Is this mutter to have on Shabbos? So my first thought was, this isn't only a shayla for the people who love Crocs. This is a shayla for people who have those sunglasses, the glasses that turn to sunglasses also, that they turn into they turn into shades when they turn into sunglasses when you go out in the sun, and they turn back into regular glasses when you come back inside. And it's not only a shayla for those people. It's a shayla for beer lovers everywhere. At least those who drink Coors Light, cold as the Rockies, because the package when you put it in the fridge, according to the commercial, the something turns blue as an indicator that it's cold as the Rockies and that it's now ready to drink. So is it a problem to put it in the fridge or take it out of the fridge because it's going to change colors? Is this an issue on Shabbos? Also, they make for young children. They have these cutlery, spoons, and forks that when you put it in hot soup or cold, it changes colors based on what you put it in. So is that problematic? You're nodding like you use that all the time. Yeah, do you?
That's my favorite.
Oh, okay, great, fantastic. I'm so glad I teach college age boys. Okay, so so this issue is dealt with in the post. So first I thought it's all the same shiloh. All those cases are exactly the same. Someone pointed out to me in shul this week that maybe it's not all the same. Rabbi Shmuel Witkin pointed out to me, said no, maybe the sunglasses is a little bit different than the case of the Crocs. Why? Because when the child gets those Crocs, they dafka want the color change because they think it looks nice. It's a cool thing that the color changes. They're interested in the color. When you go out with your sunglasses, with the glasses that turn into sunglasses, yes, it changes color, but it's not the yofi, the beauty of the color that you're interested in. You're interested in the protection that the glasses are going to provide you. So that may not be part of tzovea. Tzovea is when you're being tzovea for the color. The color is what you want, not the practical benefit that it's going to give you of the protection that it's going to give you. I looked all over the place. I couldn't find that svara to be mechalik anywhere in poskim, except for in Rabbi Ribiat Sefer. He reads this into Rav Moshe. He reads that svara into Rav Moshe, that the reason that he thinks the sunglass things are permissible is that it's not because of the color that you want it, you just want the protection. However, if you take a careful look at Rav Moshe, it's very hard to believe that that's what Rav Moshe actually meant. And when you go through all the poskim and all of the kulas that they have for the sunglasses, it seems that all of those kulas would apply to all of the aforementioned cases. So what are these kulas? Why is it okay with the sunglasses? So first off, Rav Moshe writes in Orchaim Chel Gimel Siman Mem Hey Hinei Bidvar Zuchucha Shel Mishkafayim Shenikra Potagar. I don't know what word he's trying to say, but some photogenic or whatever. They're not photogenic. Photo something. What? I don't know. But the lenses that change colors, and he describes the metzias of it. He says, Eini rob is a iser lo mishum tzoveya v'lo mishum masakin mana. It's not a problem of tzoveya, nor is it a problem of masakin mana. I never would have even thought of masakin mana. But he says, why is it not tzoveya? Da lo nitzba klum midba mare harishon b'chazara. It doesn't really get colored since the first color is going to come back. V'chein chozer chalila kamapam. You keep going inside, outside, it keeps changing back and forth, so therefore it's not a problem with tzoveya. But wait a second, the halacha is, Magen Avraham says explicitly in Shulchan Aruch, that even a temporary tzaviyah is called tzaveya. That even if you tzaveya something in a temporary way, where it could be undone, that's still a violation of tzaveya. So why is this any better? So probably what Rav Moshe means is that there is a concept in Hilchos Shabbos. Let's say when you close a door on Shabbos, is it a violation of bona? I've just attached something in with the thing that goes into the hole, and it really is attached in well to a binyan kavua. So did I violate the Yisr of bona when I close the door? When I open the door, am I violating the Yisr of soser? Certainly not. Why? Because it's derech tashmisha bekach. It's meant to constantly be open and closed and open and closed. Mela, that's not called the malacha chashuva. It's not going to be called the malacha on Shabbos. So probably what Rav Moshe means to say is that the same is true when it comes to something that's supposed to turn this color and that color and this color and go back and forth. It's derech tashmisha bekach. That's the normal way that it's meant to be. It's meant to be used to go back and forth. It's not meant for the color. You're not coloring it dafka to stay that color for any period of time. It's just meant to be used in that way. So that's probably what Rav Moshe means by heter number one. Then Rav Moshe says something entirely different, but it's unclear what he means by this. You're not coloring the glass, you're covering the glass. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what Rav Moshe means by that, because it's some chemical reaction that.
If you have loved ones that rely on your income, you need life insurance. But finding the best quote shouldn't take a lifetime. With Policy Genius, you could save 50% or more by comparing quotes from America's top insurers. First, head to PolicyGenius.com. In minutes, Policy Genius will compare prices starting at as little as $1 a day. You might even be eligible to fast-track your coverage with a no-exam policy. Once you apply, the Policy Genius team handles all the paperwork and red tape. If you have any questions, their team of licensed independent experts is on hand to help. In fact, Policy Genius's award-winning service has a 5-star rating across thousands of reviews on Trustpilot and Google. Make today the day you cross life insurance off your list and get protection for your loved ones. You could save 50% or more by comparing quotes. To get covered, head to PolicyGenius.com today.
Actually does color the glass, it doesn't cover the glass. It's not like the flip-up sunglasses. I don't know why he assumes. Meaning, what he sounds like he's saying is, just like when I take this yellow envelope and I put it down on the table, so I haven't been soveya the table yellow. Because the table is not yellow. I put something over it on top of it. So too, when you put sunglasses over your glasses. But it's not, but that doesn't seem to be the metzias. It's something in the glass.
It might be coating over the glasses, and that's what's changing, not the glasses.
Maybe so someone asked me if maybe there's a different there's different metzias in terms of the way these glasses work, whether it's a coating over it or it's only something inside. I'm not sure. I don't know. But that's Rav Moshe's heter. The Orchos Shabbos says, what are you talking about? Sanhedrin Daf Ayin Zayin. Orchos Shabbos says, what does the Gemara say? Sanhedrin Daf Ayin Zayin, that if you do something al yedei, if you kill a person al yedei grama, you're not going to be chayiv. If you kill a person directly, you are going to be chayiv. What is called al yedei grama? So he says, the Gemara says, if you take a person out into the sun on a sunny day and you let the sun do the work of killing the person, you are chayiv. That is not called grama. That's called direct action. L'chora, one should say the same thing by these sunglasses. I took the sunglasses out into the sun. It's not killing a person, but it's doing soveya on Shabbos. So that should be called direct action. It should not be called grama. You should be chayiv, says the Orchos Shabbos in footnote Sadi Vav in Perek Chamisha Asar. Then he quotes, however, if you look in Shmir Shabbos Kilchsa, that Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach says that maybe that's not true, that we don't have to be machmir in this case. Why? So Shmir Shabbos Kilchasa Perek Yud Ches Ha'ara Ayin, he writes Ein Bazeh Mishum Isur Tzviya Mikivan Sha'adam Atzmo Eino Tzoveya V'Avedumyu Da'adam Sheyoshe B'Shemesh U'Mishtazef. He says this is like a person getting a suntan. It's just natural that when you go out in the sun, your skin is going to get a little bit darker or a little bit redder, depending on your skin tone. But it's not something that's that you're doing. And plus plus it's not lasting at all, and in any way, and he doesn't just mean that it's not permanent, because even if it's not permanent, like we said, it would still be Asur Midrabanan, but it's not lasting at all whatsoever. It just literally changes from one moment to the next. What some of the Achronim explain, what that means is that it's not like it's something that I put here temporarily and it's going to be gone in 15 minutes. No, this is something that I need the continual presence of the sun in order for it to stay shaded. It's not just like it's temporary, it's less than temporary. If the sun isn't there this minute, it's not something that I did once when I brought it to the sun and then it stays for a while. The continual presence of the sun is what keeps it going. And then the continual absence of the sun is what makes it go away. So it's every moment in time that it's happening. So then it's even less than temporary. It's probably what Rosh Shlomo Zalman Auerbach means in Shmir Shabbos Kilchasa. So he thinks that it's much like a suntan. He doesn't think that that's going to be a problem of Tzavea. Most interesting Svara Lakula, I saw in the Chuvas B'Tzela Chachma, B'Tzela Stern, the brother of the Debrecen Rav. I think he was a Rav in Australia. In the Chelik Dalid, Simin Dalid, in B'Tzela Chachma, he says, no, it's not a problem at all, and I'll tell you why it's not a problem. He says there's a Gemara in Masechah Shabbos, Daf Kuf Mem Tesh, where the Gemara says you're not allowed to look in a mirror on Shabbos. Why not? So the Gemara says only if the mirror has sharp edges, you're not allowed to look in the mirror on Shabbos, because we're concerned that if it has sharp edges, you're going to look at your nice, beautiful beard in the mirror, and the beard's going to be perfectly shaped, and everything's going to look wonderful, except one or two hairs are going to be dangling way out of the beard, and that's going to look a little ugly. So you're going to go over to the sharp edge of the mirror, and you're going to slice off those hairs. So out of the concern that you might do that, you're not allowed to look in the mirror on Shabbos. Frekt Rabbi Tzal Stern, wait a second, you have another problem. You're making this beautiful picture of a human being on the glass that's in front of you by standing in front of that glass. Your reflection. It's like it should be co-saved, Soveya, whatever. You're drawing this beautiful person, this picture of this strikingly handsome person in the glass that's directly across from you. So why isn't that a malacha? So says Rabbi Tzal Stern, Elamai, what you have to say is, it's interesting, right? But he says what you have to say is that the nature of tzaveya and the nature of kosev is where you have a cloth, you have a parchment or a base, and then you put something on it to color it. But when the item itself just naturally changes from one color to the other, that's not tzaveya at all. That's not part of the definition of the malacha of tzaveya. Mashal ma'adavar domeh, you have something that looks a little duller in the shade, and you bring it into the sun, and it looks much brighter. Nothing, you weren't tzaveya the item. It's just that it looks brighter in the sun. That's just the nature of the item itself. It's not something that's going to be called tzaveya unless you have something external that is tzaveya the object. If they happen to make this with a certain chemical that's sensitive to the UV rays, that's just the nature of the object itself. So he thinks that is not a problem of tzaveh at all. And l'chora, all these heterim, the heterim that derech tashmisha, that it goes back and forth one way or the other, the heter that you're not really doing anything because it's like getting a suntan where you're not actually involved in any sort of ma'isa of tzaviyah, and the heter that it's not part of the nature of the malacha because it's minei ubei, it's happening internally. It's not something external that's being added. All those heterim l'chora apply to all of the cases that we said. With the Crocs, with the sunglasses, with the beer cans, it would seem that all of those cases would fit all of those heterim. Okay.
Annie had an earache on a Saturday of all days. So her mom brought her to Minute Clinic at CVS, where you can see a provider, fill a prescription, and grab essentials like pain relief products, all in one visit. Even on evenings and weekends. You can even see us online with telehealth options. For quality, affordable care on your schedule, visit Minute Clinic at CVS. That's healthier made easier. Services vary by location. See MinuteClinic.com for details.
Customize your Master of Divinity with Fuller's new MDiv concentrations. Strengthen your ability to use and interpret Scripture in various contexts while learning from Fuller's world-class faculty. Our new Biblical Studies concentration allows you to focus on courses that align with your calling, such as critical issues in Matthew. Visit fuller.edu/biblical studies concentration to learn more.